Hey everybody, Zarek again, or Whiskey Boy 288 if you follow me on Twitch, or Foo Fighter 288 if you follow me on YouTube. Gotta hope you follow me on YouTube. Welcome to episode 4 of this thing that I'm doing. Okay, I know this seems like a dick thing for me to do, but it's gonna help me. Another thing, I'm in single. No, I'm not in single. I'm in multiplayer. Yeah, that's right. I'm in multiplayer. Hold on, I'm gonna get to that in a second. First of all, hello. Let me start. Let me start over. Hey, welcome to episode 4 of this thing that I'm doing. Last episode I recorded was back in November 11th of 2016. Today's date is May 17th, 2017. So yeah, this has been one hell of a hiatus. Christ, I don't know where to start. Well, first of all, the reason I'm in multiplayer is because I wanted to catch you guys up on some things before I continue with the single-player campaign, because not only is this a comparison of real-life Chicago to Watchdogs Chicago, but this is also kind of a playthrough of the game at the same time. Let me just, catch up, get caught up, maybe rework, get used to the controls again. It's been a while since I've played this. Also want to get you guys caught up to what I'm doing.
Train arriving shortly.
Makes me wonder what I look like. But, I see Aiden Pierce, they see somebody else. That person sees Aiden Pierce, whoever Junior Love is. Hello, welcome. Oh, okay, they want me to get in the car. This is like GTA. That's cool. Anyway, whoever Junior Love is, I'm sure they're seeing Aiden Pierce on their screen, but they're probably seeing some fat old Italian dude with me. I'm seeing a hot Latina chick with their character, but that's just the way the Watchdogs multiplayer works. But that's not what this video is about. I ended up going to Chicago on November 16th. I was there for 3 days. It was one of the best damn trips I ever went to. If you ever go to Chicago, I totally recommend doing it in the fall. Not in the summer. Try not to go into summer. Definitely do not go into winter. Spring is okay. It was kind of shitty when I went there like about a year ago in May. I didn't really like it. I even hated it even worse the first time when I went in July back in 2015. But anyway, fall, always the best time to go to Chicago. Always. Not every asshole and his mother isn't, going to Chicago. There's no lines or nothing. But anyway, when I went there, I got this whole Watchdogs comparison thing done, or at least I thought I did. I was pretty confident at the time. I thought, oh shit, hey, I got it all done. This is great. But then I watched an episode of this Fox TV show that's on right now called APB. It was the season finale a couple weeks ago. It might get canceled. I think it's going to get canceled. I mean, it's an okay show, but it ain't like give it a second season good, But I was watching an episode of it because it's set in Chicago. I figured I'll watch it. I want to watch anything set in Chicago. And there was this episode where the cops were like driving around the corner, and I saw this building, and I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Wait a minute, that building, that's in Watchdogs. I know that's in Watchdogs, and I looked it up, and apparently back in December of 2015, when I started this whole comparison nonsense, it turns out I got the wrong building. I got the wrong building back then. It's not even my car. I don't even care. Whatever. And I got friendly fire on. They can't hurt me. This is more of an annoyance, if anything. Anyway, getting back to my point, I saw the building, and apparently I got one of the places wrong. One of the hotspots wrong. It's actually some place called Apollo's 2000, and not the Apollo Theater. And I mentioned that, and here I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking. Or I should go over there. I keep forgetting this isn't the actual South Side Chicago. This is another totally different layout with Ubisoft. That's a bad thing. But while I'm driving there, another thing I wanted to say is I've noticed that the whole point of doing these YouTube videos was not only to like completely shamelessly advertise the hub that I'm writing Hubpages about, comparing Ubisoft Chicago to the real Chicago, but also it was supposed to be like an extra thing where it's like I'm comparing each of the mission areas to real life areas, and you know, of course, every time I go to post things on YouTube, I always edit the hell out of everything that I do. What I ended up noticing was I don't really, it didn't really, so far this hasn't turned out the way I expected it to. You know, I like doing video. I used to do walkthroughs all the time when I didn't have like a job and a life or anything. Well, I don't got a life, but I got a job, you know. And when I had more time on my hands when I was a teenager and all, I used to do like video walkthroughs all the time. I wouldn't speak at all doing these video walkthroughs. I would just do them, put them out there. They were kind of, I don't know, I guess you could say they were kind of bland. It was like I was just recording the game and putting it on YouTube, you know. But I was just kind of doing it my own way. I would throw in little bits of commentary, like textual commentary, you know, in there, and try to help people. The whole point was to try and help people back then. This is more of a walk. Well, this isn't really the walkthrough. This is just a comparison thing. That's like the whole point of the series. But anyway, here it is. Phobius Theater. Phobius. Phoebus. The Phobos. Phobos? Phoebus? The Phobos Theater. I'll go with Phobos. Yeah, this is actually based on a theater in Chicago called the Apollo's 2000 Theater. Not the Apollo, as I thought, mistakenly thought. Not the Apollo Theater in Wrigleyville. No, the Apollo's 2000 Theater in Southside, somewhere down in the Cermak area, the Bridgeport area. And yeah, so when I go, so basically I'm going back to Chicago in June. I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to rectify that. I'm even going to mention that in the hub. I'm going to type that out, like, hey, mess that one up. Well, I'll keep talking and I'll drive to the next one. Okay. All right, we'll take this car. That's cool. I'm not going to argue with the Ubisoft game if it wants me to drive one car instead of the other. I learned a long time ago playing Assassin's Creed that if it wants me to go one way, I might as well just go with it. No matter what button I push, I will just go with it. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, I'm not really a narcissistic type of person. I mean, sometimes I can act that way for comedic purposes, but in all honesty, I don't like to boast. I don't like to, I just tell things like it is, and that's probably why I don't talk that much when I do it. But the whole point of it, even though I don't talk that much, actually, while I'm here, let me point this out. See, I'm being informative right now. This is where I'm about to be informative. Check this out. This hotspot right here, this murder castle, this is actually in real life based on the Dr. Henry Holmes murder castle. And I'm telling you right now, total kudos to Ubisoft. They got this absolutely right. Because what happened was Chicago, the city of Chicago built a freeway over the original site of Dr. Henry Holmes's murder castle, where I forget, I'm going to write it in the hub. I forget all the details. I don't have them all with me. But he killed, like, it's in the up to the double digits worth of people. And it was that his building was, like, right across the street. And it's definitely in the south side. They got that right, pretty much. And it's now an overpass. Well, actually, it's an underpass. The location is now an underpass for a freeway. Don't ask me what interstate system. I'm going to write all that in the hub. I know I'm not being very detailed. I'm sorry. I'm not being very detailed. I don't have all the notes on me at the moment. But in the hub, the thing that I'm writing, for the article I'm writing on Hubpages, is going to be as informative as hell about all these things, with like links to websites where I get all the information, credit where it's due and all. But I'm telling you right now that Ubisoft did actually get this part right. As far that's another thing about the article I'm writing. It's all based on the hubs. I mean, the hotspots of in the game, these little check marks, which is one of the reasons why I'm playing in multiplayer right now. Because when I actually started doing the article, I did it in free mode in multiplayer, because all of the other all the other nonsense is kind of taken off the screen in a way. And it just focuses, you can just focus on each of these little check marks, and I drove to each one of them, took a screenshot. In real life, I went to most of them in real life. Based on the research I took, the places where they're supposed to be based on, and took the, the pictures of them in real life, and I'm going to compare them in the article. Not just the pictures, but just the overall inspiration behind why the developers at Ubisoft decided to pick these specific places. That's the whole point. I was at first the article was like a blind. I was trying to blindly convince people, like, oh no, hey, no, Ubisoft, they did like a great job. They totally put Chicago. This is my asshole voice. They totally put Chicago in Watchdogs. They did a great job of it. But in all realism, though, some parts of this game, I definitely get that Chicago vibe to it. I played this after I got back home in July of 2015, and I was like, damn, I miss Chicago when I was playing this. And I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe it's some kind of nostalgia, personal thing for me that I'm doing all of this. I guess that's why it is. It's, I'm not Sigmund Freud. I can't explain why I do things, but maybe that was the reason. But I play this game and I get like a total Chicago vibe out of it. It's like it's there. I fucking know it's there. And it's not an obsession thing. It's more of a passion kind of thing. Or at least that's what I tell myself, so I don't seem like a total nut job when I explain it. Anyway, this yacht club. This is another place I kind of screwed the pooch on with the last four times that I've been to Chicago. I did take a picture of one yacht club when I was there in May of last year. I don't think it's based on that place. Well, I think it is kind of based on that place. But in my defense, Chicago's got like a dozen yacht clubs. It's hard to tell exactly which one. Since this is based in the south side, this area here is supposed to be like south side Chicago. I think I know the place that this is supposed to be based on. But there's also a boat storage area in which ironically is in the exact area as all the other hotspots. As a matter of fact, this how you call it? It doesn't tell you the actual names of the places. It just says city hotspot. But this is the docks. This it's supposed to be the Chicago Port Authority building, not building the whole damn dock. This is like way down south. This is like in the industrial area of Chicago. I've never been there. In June, I'm going there. I'm gonna be, or at the very least, I'm gonna be driving through there. So I'll try to get an actual legitimate picture. You actually can't go into, in real life, you can't go into the actual Chicago Port Authority unless you have an authorized vehicle and an authorized license. And I would drive up to the gate and they would probably just laugh in my face. I would be like, hey, I'm just here to take some pictures for a Watchdogs hub. I'm writing on Hubpages. Sir, get the fuck out of here before we shoot you for terrorism. It's like, I'm not a terrorist. But I'll go. I'll leave. I'll drive away. It's. Maybe before 9/11, it probably might have been possible to just drive through and cruise around, but I doubt it nowadays. Where was I? Oh, right. So yeah, all these places down here are definitely the south side. I went to most of them. Ironically, the water purification plant is actually up here where the hotel is in this game. The Marriott, the Marlowe, I think it's called the Marlowe. It's like right across the water from Navy Pier in real life. I know, it's crazy, but hey, that's just the way it is. I guess they had to put it somewhere because they have the big finale at the Marlowe, so I'll have a car then, so I'll be able to drive anywhere the hell I want. I'll be able to go to all the places that I was trying to avoid, like, Hanson Park and the Samuel Nails Morton, the house of Samuel Nails Morton. I'll be able to go to that place. All these places that were way the hell out of the way that the CTA didn't cover, I'll be able to just drive there, take a picture, be done with it. St. Joseph Cemetery, all of them. I'll be able to go all these places that in the hub I said I wouldn't go to because they were, you know, quote unquote too far away. Well, when you got 4 wheels and a license, nothing is too far away. Believe me. You know, fuck public transport when it comes to having a license. You can just go anywhere the hell you want. Except for, well, obviously except for the docks. You can't go there, like I said. You got to be authorized. But don't get your hopes up, though. I'm definitely not going to the Botanical Gardens anytime soon. As far as I know, that's still like a good 40-minute drive away from Chicago. I don't even know if that's even still in Illinois. That might be Wisconsin. And Pawnee, that's still a 3-hour drive away by car. 3 hours by car from Chicago. So Pawnee and the Botanical Gardens are still off the table, but all the other places, they're an absolute. Just wanted to come to multiplayer to get it to catch you guys up, get all the clutter off of the map, so I can point all these things out. I might have to split the hub into another part once I actually get to the loop and the Mad Mile, because there's a lot of places, a lot of these look at all these hotspots are all there. But yeah, anyway, let me go back to single player. We'll continue on with this. How do I get back to single player? Exit.
Northbound train arriving shortly.
I split this into another section. Alright, special guest star, LOL Gamer. Let's see here. Press quit. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Well, maybe I'll go to pause. There we go. No, quit the main. Oh, quit mission. There we go. Quit mission. Okay, now. Let's get back to where I was.
Stand up, citizens.
I'm pretty sure I said everything I wanted to say. I don't know if I did. It's. If I didn't, I'll think of something else, or I'll probably end up repeating myself later.
Maintain your premise.
I could easily end up a mess like Tobias. I'm being chased by the same people. Hell, I guess I'm homeless now too.
Yeah, I just wanted to get you guys all caught up before I continue the
that guy has got to be careful. He's got fixers
continue the
after
game. I know it's kind of a dick thing that I only ever consider doing this whenever I'm about to go to Chicago. I've kind of put the whole Watchdogs thing on the back burner. That's another thing I wanted to say. I'm very much aware that there's a Watchdogs 2, and I hear the people are saying, "Oh my god, the gameplay is great, it's amazing." I'll play that at some point. I haven't played it yet. I know people are like, "Who gives a fuck about Watchdogs? I'm playing Watchdogs 2 now." That's cool. I understand. That's fine. But I've made a vow to myself, because I'm a man of conviction, that I'm not going to play Watchdogs 2 until I get this done. I'm not touching Watchdogs 2. I don't even want to think about San Francisco. I've erased Nash Bridges from my damn mind. My apologies to Don Johnson. I love that guy. But it's just like Dirty Harry, Nash Bridges, they're all like, screw San Francisco. I'm not even thinking about that right now. Yes, someday I might actually go out there. That is if Watch Dogs 2 has a hotspots thing and I can get some inspiration from it. But I'm not thinking way too ahead of myself. I got to concentrate on getting this done. It's been 2 years I've been working on this, it seems like, and I need to get it like done and out there. And this playthrough is part of that. It's not a walkthrough though. It's not a 100% walkthrough. Maybe someday I'll do like all of the QR codes and all if there's enough viewers on YouTube watching this, but if not, I might just get out of the hell with it and just not do that. Right now I'm focused on doing the story, explaining to you guys how I see Chicago, but some of the places in this game kind of remind me of places I've been in Chicago, and that's the whole point of this. I'm trying to like tell you guys like, hey, this is how this connects to that. As far as the hub and the hotspots and all that goes, that's about me trying to find where Ubisoft's idea of Chicago came from. I'm trying to see their inspiration for it. It's not trying to, it's obviously not anything like the real Chicago, but I'm trying to see where their inspiration came from. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get back to the campaign. I mean the single player. I mean the story. It's a story mode. Let's do this. It's not a campaign. We're not politicians. We're not running for a damn thing. Actually, speaking of QR codes, God, that is a really easy QR code. But, you know what the hell? I'll do the QR codes later after I get done beating the game. I'll do those later. But right now, let's just focus on doing the missions.